And then I've got this feature here. See how quiet it is compared to the rest of it, yet you still hear it because of this auto pan here. And it's also very, like the transients, I wanted to just tame them because I didn't want to stick out too much, but I still wanted to leave space for them. So let's just... So that controls it slightly. Like, there isn't much gain reduction. And that just moves the stereo image around to create interest. And just to add more to the sound. Alright, next layer. So, this sound you can't really hear. But yeah, it's a layer. So I basically just use it here as like a transition effect. But originally I liked the sound at first, and then when I added everything in, it just sounded a bit too out of place. So I turned it down quite a lot. So yeah, it's minus 12 dB here. So yeah, it's good to like mix as you go, but it's quite likely you'll change a few things towards the end, especially when new elements are introduced. So this is just a one-off effect. So I use the starting point minus 3 dB. Just controlled just the very loudest part of the sound here. Took the low end down because I've got it here in the sub. And this just brings out more of the character. Oh, no, wait, it doesn't do that. It just controls the loudest part of the sound again. Alright, next sound. So this is just another one-off effect. So as you can see, I prioritize the mixing, and the lower down I go, the less important the sounds are. It's like, in my opinion. So you may think, or other producers may think, the sound may go higher up, and so on. mute everything. So yeah, it sticks out way too much, and you really notice it with this sound. So yeah, just control the dynamic. So you may think I'm starting to sound a bit bored because I'm literally just explaining a lot of the same things. So this just brings out more of the character of the sound. Basically, with the EQs, I just boost the frequencies I like and reduce the ones I don't like. But not only that, I use it to save room in the mix, as well as using dynamic EQs to do that as well, like the C6, like I mentioned earlier. So each layer may sound slightly worse on its own, but with the other layers, like with the sub, it works together. So this plugin actually isn't doing anything. I'll probably change the level of previous. Oh yeah, probably added this in later. So I'll probably use this to control the dynamic, but I used it with this compressor here. So this sound here, which is here. In fact, I'm going to go through this sound alongside this sound here, after I've talked through the ones. So yeah. So this part here. Also, this is a stem sound I changed because a lot of my remixes don't sound like remixes, just because I do so much. I alter things so much that it doesn't sound like a remix. So you hear this one going left and right, and there's let's just go through it again. So this I tried to add a bit more stereo width, but that wasn't needed at all. This compressor isn't actually doing anything. So these aren't needed. And this really emphasizes the element because it's changing places in the stereo field. So this really this makes it a bit more audible alongside all the other elements. So let's see. Off. So yeah, you tend to hear it. You really do actually hear it in the individual speaker. Yeah. So let's add this element.
Voice?
Yeah, I hear breathing. I hear like...
One's coming up the ladder right now, guys. Watch ladders. Okay, coming.
He's nearly dead. Why is he not dead? How's he not dead?
Not sure.
He's not dead. He's not even dying.
Gone now?
He's
Why
not
is he
dying
not
at
dead?
all.
He's dead.
There we go.
Oh my
Watch ladders.
God.
There's more in the water. I knew that was coming.
Alright,